You think your dog is just sleeping at the foot of your bed every single night?
In reality, you are completely wrong about what they do while you are drifting off. Scientists have recently captured night vision footage of dogs doing something truly remarkable to their owners. This is a hidden canine behavior that almost nobody in the pet community talks about. Once you understand what this nighttime ritual means, you will never look at them the same.
Stay with me, because by the end of this countdown, everything will completely change for you.
You will realize your furry companion has been communicating a vital message while you sleep soundly.
Welcome back to Vital Buddy Vibes, your home for understanding the secret world of your pets. If you want to decode your pet, hit that subscribe button right now for more insights.
What we cover today will fundamentally change how you view your bond with your dog forever.
Let us start with the first behavior that happens as soon as the lights go out.
It is an action that most pet owners explain away without ever knowing the scientific truth.
You have likely noticed this exact routine when you settle into your blankets for the evening.
Your eyes get incredibly heavy, your mind slows down, and you prepare to drift away completely. Right before you fall into a deep slumber, you suddenly feel a familiar, gentle touch. A wet nose presses firmly into the warm side of your exposed neck or shoulder area. A heavy, warm muzzle gently rests directly on your chest as you breathe in and out. You naturally assume your companion is just getting comfortable and finding a cozy spot to sleep.
You believe they are simply looking for warmth and security next to their favorite human being.
However, modern veterinary science proves there is a much deeper biological process occurring right here.
Depending heavily on the specific breed, a dog's sense of smell is incredibly advanced and powerful.
Their olfactory tracking system is between 10,000 and 100,000 times stronger than ours. They regularly use that highly sensitive nose for things that go way beyond chasing backyard squirrels. Your dog is actually reading your complex internal body chemistry in absolute real time every night.
When you transition from a state of wakefulness into deep sleep, your body shifts dramatically. Your respiratory rate slows down, your heart rate drops, and your stress hormones begin to fall. To you, this transition is just the normal, everyday feeling of falling asleep after work. To your alert dog, this is a massive biological shift that requires their full attention. They can literally smell the chemical changes and hear the deceleration of your vital organs.
That sudden, deep nuzzle into your neck is actually their way of confirming this chemical shift. They are thoroughly checking your vitals to ensure your body is transitioning into sleep safely. This protective behavior has deep evolutionary roots that go back tens of thousands of years ago. Canines did not become humanity's best friend by some random accident in ancient history.
They deliberately evolved directly alongside humans to form a highly successful, symbiotic survival partnership.
Part of that intense evolution meant developing an acute awareness of human physical and emotional states.
Ancient dogs in a wild pack strictly needed to know if a companion was injured.
They had to know if a member was sick, weak, or vulnerable to outside predators.
That protective pack instinct did not magically disappear when they moved into our modern suburban houses. That ancient guard coding simply redirected itself entirely toward you as their primary pack leader. There are countless documented medical cases of domestic dogs alerting owners to dangerous physical episodes.
They can successfully predict low blood sugar crashes, oncoming seizures, and even early-stage malignant cancers.
All of these health anomalies are carefully detected through subtle scent changes and altered breathing patterns. These incredible life-saving alerts are absolutely not random flukes or lucky guesses by the pet. Renowned researchers at specialized medical detection organizations have proven this ability beyond a shadow of doubt. They proved dogs detect specific diseases through volatile organic compounds that humans can never perceive. So when your dog presses their cold nose to your chest, they are not just playing. They are actively running a comprehensive, real-time health scan on your sleeping body right then. They are carefully making sure you are completely safe before they allow themselves to rest.
What they do immediately after confirming you are healthy is something almost no one knows about.
We will reveal that startling behavior very soon, so please keep watching this video closely. Let us move to the second behavior, which we call the mysterious midnight home patrol. It is 3 o'clock in the morning, and the house is blanketed in dead silence. Suddenly, you hear the faint click, click, click of claws walking across the cold hardwood floor. Your dog is up and actively moving through the dark hallways of your quiet house. You roll over half asleep, assuming they just needed a quick sip of water from their bowl.
You assume they got a little restless, and then you quickly fall back asleep without thinking.
In reality, your dog is on duty and working a very specific security shift for you.
Canines are not purely nocturnal creatures, but they are highly flexible sleepers by evolutionary design.
This means they easily adjust their natural sleep cycles to match their immediate environmental needs. In the wild, wolves and wild dogs always operate in highly organized tactical night shifts.
While some older members of the pack sleep soundly, other members maintain a high awareness.
They actively watch the dark perimeter and listen intently for any approaching threats or dangers. Because of this rotating shift system, the wild pack is never entirely unguarded against enemies. Your domestic dog still runs that exact same ancestral survival code inside your modern bedroom.
Scientific studies tracking domestic dog movement patterns at night using advanced GPS have found amazing data.
Most dogs naturally wake up between 2 and 4 times every single night, without exception.
These waking periods typically last anywhere between 5 and 20 minutes at a time. During these specific windows, they move through your home in highly strategic, non-random navigation patterns. They systematically check the front doors, circle the living room, and pause at low windows. They always return to the bedroom to confirm you are still there before lying back down. This is a literal security sweep designed to secure the perimeter from any outside intruders. Your dog is thoroughly checking the territory, and you are the most valuable asset within it. What is truly remarkable is that this watchful behavior is significantly more pronounced in attached dogs. The more your dog loves and bonds with you, the more vigilant they are at night.
While you are completely unconscious and vulnerable, your companion is quietly ensuring your safety. Think deeply about that the next time you feel annoyed by their nighttime pacing noises. But that midnight patrol is only one small piece of the puzzle happening while you sleep. There is another action your dog performs in the dark that is much more intimate. This next behavior is incredibly quiet, deeply psychological, and honestly a little bit strange to witness. Most pet owners have absolutely no idea this olfactory phenomenon is taking place every night.
You have likely caught your dog doing a version of this during the bright daylight hours. Buddy, those are my shoes. Let's find your toy.
They love circling your dirty laundry pile or dragging your worn t-shirt onto their bed.
They might curl up on the exact spot on the couch where you just sat down.
It looks incredibly cute, deeply endearing, and perhaps just a tiny bit weird to us humans.
But at night, this scent-seeking behavior goes much further than simple comfort or casual curiosity. While you sleep, your dog will often creep significantly closer than when you first fell asleep. They will press their spine hard against yours, or tuck their nose deep under your armpit. They might comfortably rest their heavy chin directly across your motionless legs for hours at a time. This intense proximity is not just about seeking warmth, though that certainly plays a small role.
Canines communicate entire concepts of safety, family, and social belonging purely through the medium of scent.
Their entire experiential world is carefully built upon a complex map of familiar olfactory signals. In a dog's social group, animals who share a deep emotional bond share a scent profile. They sleep in tight clusters and move together until their individual smells blend into one identity. It is how a dog identifies their true pack family on a primal, biological level. When your dog pushes against you at night, they are actively participating in this blending process. They are deeply absorbing your unique human scent into their own fur and nasal cavities.
They are actively reinforcing the permanent olfactory record that they continuously carry of you in their brain.
Simultaneously, they are carefully depositing their own unique signature scent back onto your bedding and skin. Dogs possess highly active scent glands located along their face, paws, and lower flanks. When they rub their face against you, they are performing a highly sophisticated scent marking ritual. This is not an aggressive or dominant territorial display meant to claim ownership of the bedroom. It is the exact same way a wild wolf marks a trusted member of their family. They are claiming you as a safe space and declaring that this human smells like us. It is truly one of the most sincere forms of acceptance a canine can ever express. And it happens completely in the dark, while you are totally unaware of their devotion.
Do you still think your dog is just mindlessly sleeping next to you out of habit?
Keep watching, because what comes next is perhaps the most fascinating sensory ability of them all. The actual data behind how dogs perceive a dark room is genuinely mind-blowing to consider. You have likely witnessed your pet suddenly freeze up in the middle of a dark room. They lift their head high, eyes wide open, locked completely on a dark corner.
They remain perfectly motionless, making absolutely no sound, just staring intently into empty, dark space.
It can feel incredibly unnerving, and many pet owners jokingly attribute it to seeing ghosts. Some people genuinely get a little spooked out by this sudden, eerie nighttime behavior.
But here is the actual scientific explanation, and it is far more fascinating than fiction.
Canines do not experience visual darkness the same limited way that human beings do. Their eyes contain a specialized, highly reflective layer situated directly behind the retina. This biological structure is called the tapetum lucidum, and it acts like a miniature mirror.
It bounces ambient light back through the retina a second time to amplify visual data.
This process essentially doubles the exact amount of light their photoreceptors can successfully process. Where you see only a pitch-black, featureless room, your dog sees shapes with perfect clarity. However, their superior night vision is only one small part of this midnight sensory equation.
Canines can easily detect audio frequencies ranging anywhere between 6,7 and 6,500 hertz.
In stark contrast, the average human can only hear between 20 and 20,000 hertz. That massive sensory gap is absolutely enormous when you think about everyday household sounds.
In practical terms, your dog can easily hear tiny insects moving deep inside your walls. They can hear small rodents scratching beneath the floorboards, or a car blocks away. They easily hear the high-pitched, ultrasonic hum coming from your modern household electronic appliances.
These are sounds so incredibly subtle that they never register in our limited human world. When your dog stares at the corner, they are absolutely not hallucinating or acting crazy.
They are actively processing real, concrete sensory data that actively exists inside your home environment.
Their ears micro-adjust, their nostrils flare wide, and their sensitive whiskers shift to track movement. They are analyzing an entire hidden layer of reality, running completely parallel to your own.
It is invisible to you, but completely vivid and clear to their advanced sensory organs.
In most cases, after a few intense moments of analysis, your dog relaxes completely.
They determine there is no immediate threat, settle back down, and go back to sleep.
They successfully completed their tactical assessment and decided that their human was completely safe.
Now, let us discuss the absolute pinnacle of canine devotion, discovered by sleep researchers. This specific behavior was stumbled upon completely by accident, using specialized infrared night vision cameras. It reveals something profoundly moving about how deeply your dog actually cares about your well-being.
Have you ever abruptly woken up from a terrifying nightmare to find your dog right there? They are pressed tightly against you, gently licking your hand and making soft, comforting whimpers. Most people assume the dog simply woke up after the human started tossing and turning. But sleep research suggests what is actually happening is infinitely more sophisticated than that.
Dogs are exquisitely sensitive, real-time readers of human physiological and emotional distress signals. When you enter a vivid nightmare during REM sleep, your body undergoes immediate changes. Your heart rate spikes, your breathing becomes highly irregular, and you begin to micro-sweat.
A human sleeping in the very same bed might not even notice these tiny shifts. Your dog, however, notices these subtle distress signals almost instantly through the dark room. Data shows dogs frequently approach their owners, specifically during periods of high-stress REM sleep. Instead of aggressively waking you, They strategically make physical contact to ground your body.
They press in close or gently rest a heavy paw directly on your arm. Amazingly, the human spike in heart rate begins to decrease without them ever waking up. Your dog is actively calming your nervous system down while you are completely unconscious.
This instinct is so measurable that it forms the foundation of modern psychiatric service training.
Yet, domestic dogs perform this therapeutic intervention spontaneously without any formal training whatsoever. They do it simply because their emotional bond with you is strong and deeply real.
Your physiological distress becomes their distress, and they choose to protect you every time. Every single night, your loyal companion is quietly watching over your mind and body.
Share this video with someone who loves their dog and subscribe to Vital Buddy Vibes. Next time, we will explore what it means when they look you directly in the eyes.